This is a 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning. Yeah, it's electric truck. Hey, it's Tim. Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk in this video. I got some notes, got some details. I'll tell you my 5 top good things and 5 things I don't care for about this Ford F-150 Lightning. We're gonna get right into it. This has got the exterior color of Avalanche. Is that what I read on the sheet? Avalanche. And we have interior black leather trimmed bucket seats. First thing I like of this truck is gonna be the styling. EVs have gotten weird. Have you seen the Cyberturd? Have you seen the Cyberturd? It's weird. But this one is not weird. This one looks like a real F-150. Just a little bit different styling, right? So different lights that stands out. Make sure you know it is a Lightning. And we have the grille that doesn't have any air holes because, yeah, I'm in Nebraska. Has them in air holes because we have to cool the engine. Yes, but the battery gets cooled in this vehicle, so that way it keeps it at optimal temperature. And this is a 131 kilowatt extended battery, single charge, they say on my sheet, which doesn't make sense to me. 131 kilowatt hour battery. I like the overall look of it. I've just been a big fan of F-150s when they changed, and was it 2014 or 16, whatever they did with the change. It's been a long day, folks. This is hour like 12 today. So, long day today, but I like the exterior styling. I like the way it looks. Big fan of that. You get a little bit additional touch with the blue there, so you know it's a little bit different. As we come around the sides, you have the Lightning that's spelled out in the blue. Lightning. Okay, and then come around the back, and we got a little charge symbol next to US symbol, so this is built in Michigan. This is really cool. I just overall big fan of the styling. I think I like about this truck quite a bit is going to be the features, right? And the tech and the stuff they have. I had an F-150 Lightning as a 2021 model year, and I liked it. I liked a lot of stuff about it, like power on board. I got the cool, it goes up, boom, that's easy to do. And I got some tractors behind me. Yeah. Okay, it is harvest season, by the way, so sorry for that disruption. But I like the features. I like things they have, like a flat floor back here. When I had the F-150 Power Boost, I used that flat floor quite a bit. Really liked it. I like you'll see it at night here a little bit. I have my favorite feature ever. We'll go to the night scene. I'll walk around this at night, and we'll tell you about that feature.
Check out this Ford Lightning in the dark. Show you one of my favorite features of Ford trucks. When I had the Ford F-150 Power Boost, I loved it. I still love this feature. This is what the lights look like, though, at night behind the cabin. It's all lit up. It's nice. It's not bright white. It's muted, and it looks good. So, yeah, there you go. This is my favorite feature. This is one of my top 5 things I like about this truck is zone lighting. So you can use this on the screen here. Also use it on the app, and I did that. I was camping, and I heard something outside, so I turned it on. What's great with this feature is you can press this button here, and I can turn off all the lights. So I have no lights on outside at all. There's nothing on outside, okay? And then I can enable certain lights. I can turn on these lights, and that actually shines a light there and lights up the entire exterior. It's really handy. I just really like it. And if I do like this, I can turn on just the headlights. I can also just turn on that and turn on those lights over there. It just works well. And then what's nice is if you are coming out of a store at night, like I used to go to, let's say I went to Menards and I came out and I had my hands full, the truck actually lit up around me so much I could see everything. I could see my tailgate, I could see getting to the bed. I didn't have to worry about, I don't know, anybody hiding out to try to hit me or something. I saw everything, and it was really nice. I really like that feature. So I'll get out here and we'll turn on all these lights. It will annoy people driving by, but that's fine. They're just driving to work. So let's get out. So we'll show you inside the cabin. Yeah, pretty well lit. I got those lights there, lights here, and yeah, the cabin's really well lit. Footwell lights, which I'm a big fan of. Yeah, that's nice. So okay, and then there's that light there shining in my face. This is that new F-150 Lightning look of the headlights. Yep. I like it. It stands out. It's different. It's unique. It's different than the F-150. Even though it looks like an F-150, lighting is a lot different. We'll come around here. These people are probably wondering, what the hell am I doing? I'm doing my job, folks. It's my job. That's what I do. All right, so come around the back. See how well lit that is? And that is like, that's a great for camping, great for hunting. I go out deer hunting early in the morning, and this would be awesome to light this all up so I can see all my gear, get my stuff together, and then I can take my phone and turn off these lights as I want to. And then there is our bed that's completely lit up. Job sites, camping, fishing, hunting, everything. It works well. One thing I want to add is the cameras here. You can see them at night. Usually it's good to see as far as video because you can see how bright they are. So backing up and moving forward, and say you're hooking up your trailer, that kind of stuff, you can see that tailgate, the ball going down. Little graininess, as you'd expect, because it is dark out here. And then when I get a second, I will show you the brights. Okay, so finally got nobody going by. By the way, you see a red dot on the screen. That's just the Blue Crew system that uses my eyeballs to see. So doesn't see that in real life. But this is normal lights. These are brights. Normal, brights. Okay, so pretty good visibility with the bright lights. I'm liking it. So yeah, I like all that stuff. It's well lit up. That's one of my favorite things about it was its own lighting and being pretty well lit up in the cabin. So let's go ahead and continue with this review.
Okay, then inside the cabin, I like other things about it. I like the styling here as well, but I like this big screen. All right, I know people hate these big screens. I don't need a tablet in my truck, damn it. I want an AM FM radio and I want power roll up windows. I get it. I appreciate that. We did that for years. I had trucks like that for years. I like this. And one thing that I like about it is I like all these features. So come on, open up the apps. I got backup power, I can use it with that. I got zone lighting, we talked about that. Smart hitch, pro power on board scales, right? So I can tell how much weight I have in my bed in sort of not exact terms, I can tell if I'm overloaded. I have a public charging app and things like that, so I can I can put in my route and it takes me to the charging place. I like that. Karaoke, this has Blue Cruise built into it as well. You see a little flashing red light in your screen, that's Blue Cruise. So I like that too. So I like those features of that. I like the 12-volt power here, or excuse me, right there. A real plug-in. Yeah, a real plug-in. Imagine that. Not that we carry all these adapters, plug my computer in, and then I have the fancy-dancy thing where you go like this with the camera. Camera doesn't behave all the time, and I'll move mine. But I can press this button. I can fold that down, fold this down, and I can work in my truck. Imagine that. A work truck that you can work in. I know, shocking. A work truck that you can do work in. Yeah, shocking. I also like the on the doors that comes down a little bit so you can see going around corners and stuff. See the mirrors better. I like all that stuff about it. And then we talked about more features. Talk about those. We saw those at night, so that was like I kind of put 2 and 3 together. Sorry about that. Number 4, check it out on the road. That's a really good thing I like. One of the things I really like about this vehicle and most electric trucks is when you want to pass, you just pass. And I'm not talking like a 0 to 60 time off the line. I mean, that's cool and all, but you'll burn through a lot of tires. I'm talking about passing speed. I just did 70 to 90 in a blink of an eye. And that is really great on these rural roads in the middle of Wyoming when I want to get around a semi-truck or a tractor or something, and I want to do it quickly and efficiently so you get back in my lane and get back on the speed limit. So if you haven't driven an electric vehicle, you'll be shocked how quick it is. I know a lot of people have not, and they've been talking about like it's not something you realize, I should say more differently. If you haven't experienced it, you just don't know what you don't know. You don't know. In this case, this thing is super quick, and it's amazing how quick it is for a half-ton truck. Yeah, I just did that right there. You saw, like, I wasn't throwing me back in the seat, although I have done that at times. But it's a lot more fun as far as driving with this versus a gasoline truck. Yeah, I don't hear the exhaust note. I understand that, but this is quicker. It's like driving a supercharged gas truck. That's what it feels like. Another thing I like about this F-150 Lightning is I can use this trunk space to carry my portable cable that charges the truck by just going like this. Voila, done. And now I'm charging. And you know what that means? It means I can go to bed, wake up next morning with a full charge, and I only spent $1.50 if I were to do empty to full. I bet you this thing is on, say, a quarter of a tank. If you were to do gas, it's probably going to cost me 75 cents filled up. You find me a truck that costs 75 cents to fill up, and I'll find you some oceanfront property here in Nebraska. And we'll do a segue right now with the tractor going down the road, because it is harvest time in Nebraska. Okay, now barring any more combines go by, let me tell you what things I don't like with this truck. And what I don't like about this truck, and it's all electric trucks really, is you can't really modify them that much, right? So the wheels and tires are kind of what you get for best economy, for best range. You put a lift on this, put bigger tires on this, you're gonna kill the range. And that's kind of the point, is to have range electric vehicle. You can't just stop at gas stations and fill up real fast. So I don't like the fact that there's really nothing modifications you can do to this. You're not gonna tune it to make it that much faster. 3 seconds, 0 to 60. How much faster do you need to go? And then the wheels and stuff, they always look ugly to me. I don't know why we can't have better looking wheels. I understand the aerodynamic aspect of those wheels, but come on, man. Let's make them more interesting. Let me get more features and options and things, but they just don't with these. Okay, I'm gonna cover on the back because number 2 thing I don't like about this truck, and this is an $84,000 truck. $84,000 truck. And I have a metal bed. I can't get a spray-in bed liner for $84,000 included in the price. Come on, man. 84 grand, and I can't get a real spray-in bed liner. That seems a little weird. The other thing I don't like about this vehicle is range. I know what you're saying. It's 320 miles. 90% of customers would be fine with 320 miles. I'd be absolutely okay with 320 miles of range. I'd have no problem with that. I can get to Cheyenne and back, 90 miles, 180 miles round trip. Denver and back, I can do all driving around town I do. No problem there. So why is range an issue? Range is an issue for me when I'm towing. Now, if I towed boats that had a different type of profile in the back, no problem with range because the wind goes over those really easily. But I do towing with campers. And campers and EV trucks with the tall sides of the campers that work like a sail to kind of hold back the range of a gas vehicle as well, and diesel vehicles as well. For my area, in my particular needs, it's just tough. It's like I take that 320, I drive it in half to 150, and then I get nervous, right? I got the kids with me, I got a case of beer in the back, a little whiskey, whatever I'm doing that weekend, and I want to get to the campground. When I set up my camper, when I enjoy the weekend, I don't want to worry about getting there and charging at the campground, which I could do, but it just makes me nervous. And that's one thing I don't like about the range. It makes me nervous. I have a little range anxiety with that. Now, 400 miles probably be better, I think, if we get to that point. But the thing I don't like about range is we all talk about it, and it becomes a big topic of conversation. And it's everybody that doesn't like EVs got to bring it up. Well, I drive 1,000 miles every other weekend. And no, you don't. Yeah, there are some people that do, but the majority of the time you're making that one road trip maybe once a year. You did it 5 years ago, and EV on road trips is not that big of a deal, right? So you put it in a map system. It tells you to pull over, you charge for like 20 minutes. You go and you pee, you get water, pop, whatever, come back out, and you're basically ready to go again. Road tripping with EVs is not the big a deal. It's expensive. EV charging at public charging is not cheap. The better way to do it is charge at home, like I showed you in things I like about it, right? But the range when towing is my last thing that makes me nervous. I like performance, I like the styling, I like a lot of the features, I like a lot about this, but just range when towing just makes me a little nervous. Okay, the fourth thing I don't like about this truck is the price. $84,000 for Lariat. And that's a lot of money for a Lariat, but also what I don't like about this price is it $84,000? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? I don't know. Every time I turn around, there's incentives going on it. They're offering cash off. Right now, Ford Canada is offering $4,000 off if you order it. There's a $7,500 tax credit, but if you're in California, you get more. But in Colorado, you get the more, but in Nebraska, you don't get as much. And God, it's just like, just tell me what the price is. Like, just give me the actual price. It always is confusing when I start looking at stuff. And dealers have all sorts of different options as well as pricing. And I'm just like, oh, gosh. Like, that's my frustration. I don't really mind $84,000, a lot for a Lariat. But when your cost of ownership is less, when you don't have much maintenance, and you charge it home for nickels to drive the truck, you're going to get that money back in a relatively short period of time, 5, 6 years, something like that range. But I just don't like all these different variables and cost and price. And then we talk about batteries. If you ever replace a battery, which is pretty rare, you just don't. But then people get all upset about the batteries. I had one guy, he's immediately added $30,000 every price I put in the video. That's completely wrong. The batteries don't wear out like that, but then you get all this stuff in the head, and it just gets confusing. I just want a solid price point. I'm waiting for the next couple of years when all this stuff kind of gets, instead of going up and down in price, lithium pricing, mineral pricing, battery pricing, till we get more stabilized and we can have a really good idea of what pricing is going to be for this truck. And we've known year over year, it hasn't fluctuated very much, and we can be consistent with the pricing. That's what I just want, consistency. I'm not good with change all the time. It's just and understanding each state's different and federal tax credit stuff. It's just confusing. The fifth thing I don't like about this truck and electric vehicles overall, and you've noticed the last couple have been more all about electric vehicles, not about this truck, because this truck's actually really pretty damn good. There's a reason why people like these when they buy them. I mean, it's fast, it's fun to drive, it's got the tech, it's quiet, it's smooth, it's powerful. Yeah, you don't do 0 to 60 when you have stuff in your bed because everything goes against the tailgate. And after a while, the 0 to 60, yeah, it's not as much fun as it was when I first got it, but it is a nice truck to drive. The fifth thing I don't like about it is all the misinformation out there. And this, you're going to see this in the comments of this video right now. You'll see people that have looked at a study. They've looked at a news item. They've checked a headline. They have a soundbite. EVs cause more damage to the environment. Yes, when they're produced, but that's not the whole story. The more you drive them, the less damage they cause, right? So if you look at it, you do a line chart, and you had up top a Lightning, had down below a V8 F-150. Eventually, the Lightning goes like this for CO2 emissions per mile, and down here, the F-150 V8 goes like this for CO2 emissions per mile. At some point, you meet this middle ground where they both intersect, and then after that, you cause less damage of CO2 emissions. I'm not going to argue about CO2, whether it's good for the environment or bad for the environment. That gets all confusing too. And then we talk about whether batteries and whether batteries are replacement and all the stuff going on, and people get just so into the weeds and this stuff, and they talk themselves out of it because they heard this one politician say this one thing, or this one news place said this one thing. It's all about a load of crap. Just stop. Just stop. Let's be rational. Yes. Most people who buy EVs, honestly, these days, buy them for performance. They buy them for no maintenance. Environment's like way down the list. These are not environmental vehicles. They get this bad rap in politics of being green vehicles and such. I would buy this truck, and I wouldn't think twice about the environment. I'd think about how fast it is to drive, the features it has, the performance of it, and how much smooth and quiet and powerful it is. That's it. That's what EVs do. We don't need to get all nerdy either. Like, I've seen these channels get all nerdy, and they're kilowatt per hour, and this charging station does this many kilowatt per hour, and that charging station does that much kilowatt per hour. It's so damn confusing. I just want to drive to the fast charger on a road trip, plug it in, get some range, get a taco, get a quesadilla, get a Diet Coke, and hit the road. That's what I want to do. And I think that's the last thing I got to say about this truck, is that I just get so irritated as a journalist, as somebody searching for the truth all the time, and somebody reviews electric vehicles, of seeing those comments. This is not new age stuff. Electric vehicles came out in the 1890s. We've had this for years. This is now going mainstream. They're going to be expensive. It's going to be slow to adopt. It's going to take a lot of change. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of coal plants burning coal to power all these things. It's just going to take a long time for the stuff to change. And I guess I just plead with you. You guys watching the video, just sit back, take a deep breath, be informed, be a good consumer, and think about things in the full spectrum of things. Not a soundbite you heard, not a headline you read. Think about this in the full spectrum of what's going on. Because electric trucks are here to stay. They're getting better, and they keep improving in range. Prices will eventually come down as supply gets up. And I think when you drive these, you're going to be shocked at the power delivery. You're going to be shocked at how the quietness. And you're going to go, damn it, Tim was right. I hate EVs, but this is not so bad. That's my last point. For more, check out videos over here. Website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.